Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Harinam Sankirtan ki,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai,
Jai,
Guru Maharaj ki,
Jai,
Jai, Kirendra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai,
Jai,
Shivana Krishna Das Prabhu ji ki, Jai.
Jai.
All glories to assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all devotees once again for joining our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English. Hare Krishna. So, yesterday we had a wonderful class, Aishwana Prabhuji. So, in that we have completed up to verse number 7. So, today we will start with verse number 8 onwards of chapter 6, entitled The Downfall of Saubhari Muni. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavaderuttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtagi. Mukam Karodi Vachalam Vangum Langhayade Girim Yat Kripadamaham Mande Paramananda Madhavam Sri Gurum Deenadarinam Sri Chaitanya Misharam Vajnanadimirandasya Jnananjana Shalagya Chashuru Medidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stabidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadamahin Dadandi Supadandigam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udapatakamelam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarajadam Sahanati Kunadan Nidam Dam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Varjanasakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Vadan Sahana Lalada Sri Vishaka Nidamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopiga Ganda Radha Ganda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhana Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatarubhya Kripa Sindhubhya Vachapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidhi Namini Namaste Saraswate Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Jivacharya Bhutale Gori Gatha Dhamma Nagara Hare Krishna. Welcome once more, all devotees. Hare Krishna. So, today we are going to start with the verse number 8 onwards of chapter 6. Hare Krishna. Shesham Nivedayamasa Pitre Tena Jatadguruhu Chodida Prochanayaha Dushtamedada Edada Karmagam Shesham Nivedayamasa Pitre Tena Jatadguru Chodida Prochanayaha Dushtameda Karmagam. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhayjarana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Vigukshi offered the remnants of the flesh to King Ikshaku, who gave it to Vasishta for purification. But Vasishta could immediately understand that part of the flesh had already been taken by Vigukshi, and therefore he said that it was unfit to be used in the Shraddha ceremony. Translation once more. Vikukshi offered the remnants of the flesh to King Ikshaku, who gave it to Vasishta for purification. But Vasishta could immediately understand that part of the flesh had already been taken by Vikukshi, and therefore he said that it was unfit to be used in the Shraddha ceremony. Parpat, Shilpapad. That which is meant to be offered in yajna cannot be tasted by anyone before being offered to the deity. In our temples, this regulation is in effect. One cannot eat food from the kitchen unless it is offered to the deity. If something is taken before being offered to the deity, the entire preparation is polluted and can no longer be offered. Those engaged in deity worship must know this very well so that they may be served from committing offense in deity worship. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. My humble obeisance to all Sambal Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So, we are discussing the story of Vikukshi. So, from yesterday, we are discussing how his father, King Ikshvaku, was performing a Shraddha ceremony. And for that, they were offering this sacrifice. So, he told his son to go and hunt and bring some flesh to be offered in the yajna. So, but he was very hungry, so part of the flesh he has taken, and remaining he has offered for the yajna.
Yeah.
So here we can see that the Vasishta Muni, he was able to understand that the flesh has already been taken by Vikukshi. So therefore he said it cannot be used for the Shraddha ceremony. So the purport Prabhupada is mentioning, whatever is meant to be offered in the yajna cannot be tasted by anyone before being offered to the deity. So in our temples, this regulation is in effect. This is referring to ISKCON temples. So before offering the yajna, it should be that it should not be tasted by anyone. That is one important. That's why in our Krishna consciousness, whatever the food bhoga we are preparing, we never taste. Normally, before coming to Krishna consciousness, when we are cooking, we are checking whether salt is there, chili is there, and then everybody. Normally, any householder is cooking. They are always tasting while they are cooking. No, if salt is less, they will put a little more salt. But we are not supposed to check the food like that.
Yeah.
But by Krishna's mercy, it comes very nicely. Like the taste comes perfect. So always while cooking, we should never taste. Only after offering, then only we can honor
Taste.
that. Taste it. Yes. So also second requirement is whatever when we are preparing bhoga in the kitchen, we are not supposed to eat in the kitchen. That is considered to be impure. Like it is not allowed. We can take it outside, but not. One cannot eat food from kitchen unless it is offered to the deity. You can take, but if it is offered to the deity, that time you can take. But during cooking time or which is not offered, that should not be taken in the kitchen. This is second instruction. In South India temples also, I yesterday highlighted that when they are taking the offering, they are covering it with a cloth. And it is said that especially nobody, like a dog should not see when whatever offering is taken. If a dog sees, then that bhoga becomes polluted. So that's why while they are taking, they cover the bhoga and then they offer it to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
If something is taken before being offered to the deity, the entire preparation is polluted. See how much. It is an offense actually. And can no longer be offered. Those engaged in deity worship must know this very well so that they may be saved from committing offenses in deity worship. So in deity worship, there are many offenses in the deity worship. So one of the offenses is actually this one, that you are taking something before offering it to the deity. So we know that, right? Even Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, past time we saw that when he was very young, he took and take one mango fruit before offering, and his father chastised him mildly only. Why did you take before offering? So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he taken a vow that he will never take mango in his whole life because he has offended the deities. So the whole life, from the young age up to his last day, he never took mango in his life. Whoever offered mango also, he will refuse. No. He will say, I have offended the deity, so I will not take. Such a staunch vairagya he had. So there are people, there are devotees who are following it very strictly. So at least, but these things we can follow, that whatever we are offering, that should not be tasted, number one, unless it is offered. And in the kitchen, we should not take any bhoga unless it is offered. These two things we can understand from Srila Prabhupada's instruction. Otherwise, it becomes an offense in the deity worship. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Any questions, any comments? If not, we can go to next verse.
Yeah. We'll go to verse number 9. Who want to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, chapter 6, sloka number 9. Gnatva putrasya tat karma guruna bihitam rupaha deshan nisarayam asa sutam tektva vidhim rusha ज्ञात्वा पुत्रस्य तत्कर्म गुरुणा विहितं नृपः देशान् निःसारयाम् असा सुतं त्यक्त्वा विधिं वृषा. Translation. When King Ikshwaku, thus informed by Vasishtha, understood what his son Vikukshi had done, he was extremely angry. Thus he ordered Vikukshi to leave the country because Vikukshi had violated the regulatory principles. Translation once again. When King Ikshwaku, thus informed by Vasishtha, understood what his son Vikukshi had done, he was extremely angry. Thus he ordered Vikukshi to leave the country because Vikukshi had violated the regulative principles. Shall I do next one also, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare. Okay. स तु विप्रेण संवादं ज्ञापकेन समाचरन् त्यक्त्वा कलेवरं योगी स तेनावापयत् परं स तु विप्रेण संवादं ज्ञापकेन समाचरन् त्यक्त्वा कलेवरं योगी स तेनावापयत् परम्. Translation. Having been instructed by the great and learned Brahmana Vasishtha, who discussed about the absolute truth, Maharaja Ikshwaku became renounced. By following the principles for a yogi, he certainly achieved the supreme perfection after giving up his material body. Translation once again. Having been instructed by the great and learned Brahmana Vasishtha, who discoursed about the absolute truth, Maharaja Ikshwaku became renounced. By following the principles for a yogi, he certainly achieved the supreme perfection after giving up his material body. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, next devotee can read it to 11 and 12.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Pitari uparate abhyate vikushi vidhim imam sasat ije harim etne sasata iti vishruta. Pitari uparate abhyate vikushi vidhim imam sasat ije harim etne sasata iti vishruta. Translation. Srila Prabhupada began. After his father's disappearance, Ikshi returned to the country and thus became the king, ruling the planet Earth and performing various sacrifices to satisfy the children of God. Vikushi later became celebrated as Sita. After his father's disappearance, Vikushi returned to the country, became the king, ruling the planet Earth, performing various sacrifices to satisfy the supreme of Godhead. Vikushi later became celebrated as Sasada.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Guruji.
Here one point is there that this was Sasada, his name. Sasada
Oh.
means the translate. You can see the word to word meaning. Sasada means Vikukshi later celebrated Sasada means the eater of a rabbit.
Rabbit.
So, yeah.
So,
Yes. We can go to the next one. So we understood this context, right? The story of Vikukshi. So father rebuked him. He went. Then father was instructed on absolute truth. So he renounced and he went for tapasya. And then later Vikukshi returned to the country and he became the king, ruling the planet Earth. So he was ruling the complete planet Earth and performing various sacrifices to satisfy the supreme personality of Godhead. So this was the story of Vikukshi. So next,
So he was
question.
allowed Guruji to return because
Which one, Prabhu?
no, Vikukshi was allowed to return after
Yeah. Because once a father goes now, Prabhu, then somebody has to take the kingdom, right? Normally, the son of the king, he takes the kingdom. That time he rebuked him, but after that there is no other person, no, to take. When the father is there, he was ruling. After father left, somebody normally the father's king's son takes over. Yeah, because the father already left, so Vikukshi returned to the country.
Correct. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So now, verse number 12 to 25, it is a story of Puranjaya. Vikukshi's sons was Puranjaya. So that is what we are going to discuss from 12 to 25.
25. Okay. Okay, Guruji. 12, you can read, Guruji, also.
12 I can read?
Yeah. Read, Guruji.
Puranjayastasya suta Indravah iti ritaha kukusta iti chapi ukta shunu namani karmabhihi Puranjayastasya suta Indravah iti ritaha kukushi iti chapi ukta shunu namani karmabhihi. Translation. Srila Prabhupada. There is son of Shashada was Puranjaya, who is also known as Indravaha, and sometimes as Kukusha. Please hear from me how he received different names from different activities. Because just like Sasa. Yes.
So this one we are beginning the story of Puranjaya. Puranjaya is actually son of Vikukshi. So he is also called the name as Indravaha or Kakutstaha. Kakutsta. These are the names. Why these names are there, I think will be for his different activities. I think in the coming verses it will come. Puranjaya, because he conquered the city of demons. That's called this way. Puranjaya is name. Indravaha, because Indra became his bull carrier in the war. Indra itself became the bull carrier. And he was also called Kakutsha because he stood on the back of a bull. So based on these activities, he has three names. So we will discuss this, how this activities taken place in the coming verses. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, next. Who want to read? 2 verses. You can read.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Verse number 13. Ridanda asit samaro devanam sahadanavai Pashnigraho vrido viro devar daitya parajide. Kridanda asit samaro devanam sahadanavai Pashnigraho vrido viro devar daitya parajide. Translation. Formerly, there was a devastating war between the demigods and the demons. The demigods, having been defeated, accepted Puranjaya as their assistant and then conquered the demons. Therefore, this hero is known as Puranjaya, who has conquered the residents of the demons. Translation once more. Formerly, there was a devastating war between demigods and the demons. The demigods, having been defeated, accepted Puranjaya as their assistant and then conquered the demons. Therefore, this hero is known as Puranjaya, who conquered the residents of the demons.
Okay,
So the
Mother.
first name meaning is given. Why he is called as Puranjaya? That is already explained in verse number 13. Now for the next name, 14.
Hare Krishna. Verse number 14. Vajanat Deva Devasya Vishnor Vishwatmana Prabho Mahanaste Vityasta Pradastasya Babuvendro Mahavrasha. Vajanat Deva Devasya Vishnor Vishwatmana Prabho Mahanate Pradastasya Babuvendro Mahavrasha. Translation. Puranjaya agreed to kill all the demons on the condition that Indra would be his carrier. Because of pride, Indra could not accept this proposal, but later, by the order of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, Indra did accept it and became a great bull carrier for Puranjaya. Translation once more. Puranjaya agreed to kill all the demons on the condition that Indra would be his carrier. Because of pride, Indra could not accept this proposal, but later, by the order of Supreme Lord Vishnu, Indra did accept it and became a great bull carrier for Puranjaya. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you.
So second name is given already here. How Indra became bull carrier. Normally Indra will not accept that position. Here also it is written. But because the Supreme Personality of our Godhead, he ordered, based on that, Indra became the great bull carrier for Puranjaya. That's why he is called as Indravaha. Second name. Then the third name will come next, 15 and 16. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we'll go to two verses together. Next one, 15
Hare
and
Krishna.
16. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sa sannadho धनुर्दिव्यम् आदाय विशिखान् चितान् स्तूयमानस्तम् आरुह्य युयुत्सुः ककुदिस्थितः तेजसाप्यायितो विष्णो पुरुषस्य महात्मनः प्रतीच्यां दिशि दैत्यानां न्यरुणत् विदशै पुरम् सा सन्नद्धो धनुर्दिव्यम् आदाय विशिखान् चितान् स्तूयमानस्तम् आरुह्य युयुत्सुः ककुदिस्थितः तेजसाप्यायितो विष्णो पुरुषस्य महात्मनः प्रतीच्यां दिशि दैत्यानां न्यरुणत् त्रिदशै पुरम्. Translation by Srimad C.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Well protected by armor and desiring to fight, Puranjaya took up a transcendental bow and very sharp arrows, and while being highly praised by the demigods, he got up on the back of the bull Indra and sat on its hump. Thus he is known as Kakutstha. Being empowered by Lord Vishnu, who is the super soul and the supreme person, Puranjaya sat on the great bull and is therefore known as Indravaha. Surrounded by the demigods, he attacked the residence of the demons in the west. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So here that names also given what happened between the demigods and demons, how the fight happened and why he got all these names described here. So we'll go how next verse actually 17 to 19, how Puranjaya is killing all the demons is being discussed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. One read next.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother.
Srimad Bhagavatam 9.6.17. Tatasya cha abud pradhanam
Taistasya.
taitasya abud pradhanam tumulam loma harshanam yamaya baler anyad daityam abhiyayur brade. Taitasya abud pradhanam tumulam loma harshanam yamaya baler anyad daityam abhiyayur brade. Translation by Bhaktivedanta
Bhakti.
Swami. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There was a fierce battle between the demons and Puranjaya. Indeed, it was so fierce that when one hears about it, one's hair stand on end. All demons bold enough to come before Puranjaya were immediately sent to the residence of Yamaraja by his arrows.
Not a Vaicha Mataji answer. Just read once again, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.6.18.
No,
So
no.
Mataji, repeat the translation.
Repeat the
Okay, good.
translation once.
Okay, okay, Prabhu.
So we are not explaining that much. So,
Translation once more. There was a fierce battle between the demons and Puranjaya. Indeed, it was so fierce that that when one hears about it, one's hair stand on end. All the demons bold enough to come before Puranjaya were immediately sent to the residence of Yamaraja by his arrows. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
okay,
Krishna.
18 also read, Mataji. No problem. Thank you.
Srimad Bhagavatam 9.6.18. Tasya eshu pada abhimukham yuga andya agnim iva ulbhanam drisajya dudruvur daitya hanyamana swam alayam. Tasya ishupada abhimukham yuga andya agnim iva ulbhanam visraja druduvu daitya hanyamana swa alayam. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. To save themselves from the blazing arrows of Indravaha, which resemble the flames of devastation at the end of the millennium, the demons who remained when the rest of their army was killed fled very quickly to their respective homes. Translation once more. To save themselves from the blazing arrows of Indravaha, which resemble the flames of devastation at the end of the millennium, the demons who remained when the rest of their army was killed fled very quickly to their respective homes. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. We'll read Prabhuji next. Nothing to explain now.
Yes, Prabhuji, all related to the killing of demons only up to 19, 17, 19, 18, 19. Puranjaya killed all the demons and then gave all the riches to the enemies, any of the enemies to the Indra. So with this, that war is completing with the verse number 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 19 also somebody can read.
If you want, I will read, Prabhu.
Okay.
Jitva param danam sarvam. Danam, right? Jitva param danam sarvam. Sastrikam vajre panayi. Pratyayachat sarajarshir. Iti namabir ahartaha. Jitva param danam sarvam. Sastrikam vajre panaye. Pratyayachat sarajarshir. Iti namabir ahartaha. So translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. After conquering the enemy, the saintly king Puranjaya gave everything, including the enemy's riches and wives, to Indra, who carries a thunderbolt. For this, he is celebrated as Puranjaya. Thus, Puranjaya is known by different names because of his different activities. Translation once more. After conquering the enemy, the saintly king Puranjaya gave everything, including the enemy's riches and wives, to Indra, who carries a thunderbolt. For this, he is celebrated as Puranjaya. Thus, Puranjaya is known by different names because of his different activities. So, all the names Puranjaya, why is called as Puranjaya is there, why is called as Indravaha, and why is known as Kakucha. So, here we can see Sukadeva Goswami is saying this is saintly king. So, Puranjaya is a very saintly king. And it's because how he saintly? Because whatever he defeated, he given everything. He did not keep anything with him. He just given everything to Indra. So for that, he is celebrated as Puranjaya. Hare Krishna. Now, verse number 20 and 21 is describing about Puranjaya's dynasty. 20 and 21.
Okay. So, okay. I will read 20 and
Yes,
21.
yes, yes.
Hare Krishna. Verse number 20. Puranjayasya putro abhudanenastalsuda pridhu Vishwagandhistar tachadro yuvanashastu talsudaha Puranjayasya putro abhudanenastalsuda pridhu Vishwagandhistadaschandro yuvanashastu talsudaha. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. The son of Puranjaya was known as Anena. Anena's son was Pridhu, and Pridhu's son was Vishwagandhi. Vishwagandhi's son was Chandra, and Chandra's son was Yuvanashva. Translation once more. The son of Puranjaya was known as Anena. Anena's son was Pridhu, and Pridhu's son was Vishwagandhi. Vishwagandhi's son was Chandra, and Chandra's son was Yuvanashva. Hare Krishna. Verse number 21. Shravastas Shravasti Nirmame Buddhi Brihadashvastu Shravastistada Kuvalayashvagaham Shravastas Shravasti Nirmame Buddhi Brihadashvastu Shravastistada Kuvalayashvagaha. Translation. Silpabad ki jai. The son of Yuvanashva was Shravasta, who constructed a township known as Shravastipura. Shravastipuri. The son of Shravasta was Brihadashva, and his son was Kuvalayashva. In this way, the dynasty increased. Translation once more. The son of Yuvanashva was Shravasta, who constructed a township known as Shravastipuri. The son of Shravasta was Brihadashva, and his son was Kuvalayashva. In this way, the dynasty increased. Hare Krishna. So we'll go
All
to
the dynasties, how this lineage is given.
lineage is going on here.
Yes, yes. Different names. Puranjaya, Anena, Prithu, Vishwagandhi, Chandra, Yuvanaswa, then Shravasta, then Brihadaswa, then it came up to Kuvalayaswa.
Yeah.
Now, in this verse, verse number 22, is going to describe about Kuvalayaswa.
Okay.
Yes.
22. Okay. Somebody want to volunteer? If ready, read.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Continue.
Me or
Continue, Mataji. Otherwise, they
You
will read.
only continue, Mataji. Next I will.
Yes. Mataji
Yam,
also.
Yeah, next
yam
one by one we can take. There are verses, many verses. Yes.
Yes. So
yam
many.
priyatamudangkasya dhanu namasuram
Dundu.
bali Hindu bali sudha namake vishyatya sahasrair arahanada vradaha yam priyartamudangkasya dundu namasuram bali Sudha namage Vishyatya Sahasrairaha Navradaha. Translation. To satisfy the sage Uttanga, the greatly powerful Kulashava killed a demon. Kuvalasya killed a demon named
Dundu.
He did this with the assistance of his 21,000 sons. Once more, translation. To satisfy the sage Uttanga, the greatly powerful Kuvalasya killed the demon named Dundu. He did this with the assistance of his 21,000 sons. I'm reading from the screen, Prabhuji, without flash. That's why it's difficult.
Yeah. No problem, Mataji, no problem. Yes.
Thank you.
So here we can see the Koleswa had 21,000 sons.
Very good.
So he, in the olden days, always when they are doing this yajna, these demons are coming and disturbing. In Ramayana also we can see Lord Ram killed these demons, right? So, like that, we can see when the demon named Dundu is killed because he wanted to satisfy the sage Utanka. So for that, he killed the demon named Dundu with the assistance of his 21,000 sons. That means Koleswa had 21,000 sons. With their help, he killed the demon called Dundu. Why? Because he wanted to satisfy the sage Utanka. Yes, we can go to the next verse.
Okay, next two verses together.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Srimad Bhagavatam 9th Canto, chapter 6, sloka number 23 and 24. Dhundumara iti kyatastat-sutaste-jajvaluhu dhundurmukagnina sarve traya eva vasheshitaha दृढस्व कपिला स्वार्थ भद्रस्व इति भारत दृढस्वपुत्रो हर्यस्वो निकुम्भस्तत्सुतः स्मृतः धुन्धुमार इति ख्यातस्तत्सुतास्ते च जज्वलुः धुन्धुर्मुखाग्निना सर्वे त्रय एवावशेषिताः दृढास्वः कपिलास्वश्च भद्रास्व इति भारत दृढास्वपुत्रो हर्यस्वो निकुम्भस्तत्सुतः स्मृतः. Translation. O Maharaja Parikshit, for this reason, Kuvalayasva is celebrated as Dundumara, the killer of Dundu. All but three of his sons, however, were burnt to ashes by the fire emanating from Dundu. Emanating from Dundu's mouth. The remaining sons were Dradvasa, Kapilaswa and Bhadraswa. From Drudraswa came a son named Haryaswa, whose son is celebrated as Nikumba. Translation once again. O Maharaja Parikshit, for this reason, Kuvalayasva is celebrated as Dundumara, the killer of Dundu. All but three of his sons, however, were burned to ashes by the fire emanating from Dundu's mouth. The remaining sons were Dradvasha, Kapilaswa and Bhadraswa. From Dudraswa came a son named Haryaswa, whose son is celebrated as Nikumba. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
So very interesting part actually. 20 to 21 is actually described as Puranjaya's dynasty. Start from Puranjaya, it ended with Koleswa with 21,000 sons. Okay, now that is completed, the dynasty. And Koleswa, he killed the demon called Dundu with his 21,000 sons. What happened from the killing from the demon? All his sons were killed except 3 because of the fire emanating from Dundu's mouth. So all of them were killed. That means out of 21,000, all the sons were killed except 3. Now, we can see it ended with Koleswa. Now, 24 to 25 is given Koleswa dynasty. So, Koleswa dynasty, because only 3 sons are there now for Koleswa, right? After all, everybody is killed. Who are the 3 sons? Dridashwa, Dridaswa,
Kabilashwa.
line is there. Dridaswa, Kapilaswa, and Bhadrashwa. So these 3 sons out of 21,000 sons, all are killed. Only these 3 are there. Then now from Dridashwa they are continuing. So Dridashwa lineage they are giving. Out of these 3, Dridashwa lineage is given here. From Dridashwa came a son named Haryashwa. Whose son again is lineage? Haryashwa's son is celebrated as Nikumba. Then again following verses, again this lineage will go. Bahulaswa, Krashaswa, Senajit, Yuvanaswa. So like that. So 20, that is verse number 25. So somebody can read 25.
Yeah. Okay. Verse number 25.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Madan.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.6.25. Bahulasvo nikumbasya kritashvo atasya senajit yuvanashvo bhavattasya soana nabatyo vanam gataha. Bulashvo nikumbasya kritashvo atasya senajit yuvanashvo abhavattasya sonabatyo vanam gataha. Translation and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The son of Nikumba was Bahulaswa. The son of Bahulashwa was Kritashwashwa. The son of
Krishashwa.
The son of Krishashwa was Senajit, and the son of Senajit was Yuvanashwa. Yuvanashwa had no sons, and thus he retired from the family life and went to the forest. Translation once again. The son of Nikumba was Bahulashwa. The son of Bahulashwa was Krishashwa. The son of Krishashwa was Senajit. And the son of Senajit was Yuvanashwa. Yuvanashwa had no sons, and thus he retired from the family life and went to the forest. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Continue, Madanji. Possible.
Yeah. So here you can see up to Yuvanaswa we have come now. So from verse number 26, actually, we are starting the story of Mandata. So who is Mandata? That will continue from Yuvanaswa now. There are a lot of tongue twisters, I think, in these verses, names.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So we are starting from 26 to 38 is story of Mandata. Mandata, how he appeared from Yuvanaswa. So we are continuing for Yuvanaswa lineage now. Yes. He had no sons, but he has went to forest now. What happens in the forest, we will discuss.
Okay, Raji. Raji, I think Geeta Mataji wanted to read. Geeta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Next one, read, Mataji. Next one, Mataji will
Okay, Raji. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.6.26. Bharya santena nirvina rishayo asya kripalavaha ishtim sma vartayam chakrur aidrim te susamahitaha. Bharya satena nirvina rishayo swasya kripalavaha istim sma vartayam chatrur aidrim te shushamahitaha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Although Yuvaneshwar went into the forest with his 100 wives, all of them were very morose. The sages in the forest, however, being very kind to the king, began very carefully and attentively performing an Indra Yajna so that the king might have a son. Translation once again. Although Yuvaneshwar went into the forest with his 100 wives, all of them were very morose. The sages in the forest, however, being very kind to the king, began very carefully and attentively performing an Indra Yajna so that the king might have a son. Purport. One may enter the Vanaprastha order of life with his wife, but the Vanaprastha order means complete retirement from household life. Although King Yuvaneshwar retired from family life, he and his wives were always morose because he had no son. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Mataji.
Here, very important instruction is given that Vanaprastha means you can retire from life, but your wife can come. Only sannyas, it is not allowed. So Vanaprastha means basically with the wife, they are going to the forest or to the pilgrimage, mainly for spiritual life. And it is said Vanaprastha life is very conducive for spiritual life. Why? Because family commitments are completed by that time. The children are grown up. So there is not like financial problem or the children problem. No, they are settled. And mentally we are a little free. And sannyas also a little bit health issues, more health issues will come as we grow. That is like the Vanaprastha, they say ideally is very good for cultivating spiritual life. Because we are in the safer period in the Vanaprastha stage. And the wife also will be there. So that stage is, So here we can see that king, he did not have any wife, so he went to forest. But he taken all his 100 wives because he's Vanaprastha order. And they are actually the sages in the forest, they are very much compassionate towards the king. So they want to perform Indra Yajna. Why? Because they want to do, so that the king will have a son. So let us see what happens next. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Gita Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Verse number 27. Raja tat yajnasadanam pravishto nishitarshidah drishtva shayanan vipranstan pabau mandrajalam swayam. Raja tat yajnasadanam pravishto nishitarshida drishtva shayanan vipranstan pabau mandrajalam swayam. Translation. Being thirsty one night, the king entered the arena of sacrifice, and when he saw all the Brahmanas lying down, he personally drank the sanctified water meant to be drunk by his wife. Translation once more. Being thirsty one night, the king entered the arena of sacrifice, and when he saw all the Brahmanas lying down, he personally drank the sanctified water meant to be drunk by his wife. Purport. Yajnas performed by Brahmanas according to Vedic ritualistic ceremonies are so potent that the sanctifying of water by Vedic mantras can bring about the desired result. In this instance, the Brahmanas sanctified the water so that king's wife might drink it in the yajna, but by providence, the king himself went there at night and being thirsty drank the water. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So very interesting section now.
Yes.
We can read now next also. It's self-explanatory, so no need to explain anything. So the king actually took the yajna water already, which is supposed to be taken by, for birth of Lord Ram also, that the sweet kheer is given, right? Payasam. So like this water is sanctified water, the yajna, which is supposed to be taken by his wife, but the king by mistakenly he has taken. So let us see what happens next.
Okay.
Hare.
Number 28.
Hare Krishna. Uttitaste nishamyatha vyudagam kalasham prabho paprachakasya karmedam pidam pumsavanam jalam. Uttitaste nishamyatha vyudagam kalasham prabho paprachakasya karmedam pidam pumsavanam jalam. Translation. When the Brahmanas got up from the bed and saw the water pot empty, they inquired who had done this work, and work of drinking the water meant for begetting a child. Translation once more. When the Brahmanas got up from bed and saw the water pot empty, they inquired who had done this work of drinking the water meant for begetting a child. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 29.
You want to continue? Or you want to end with the suspense now?
Okay.
One more.
29, see
One
any
more.
purport is there?
No, 29, 30 also no. Up to 30 we will finish. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. 30 starts with Mandata's birth actually. 30 and 31. Yeah. 30 and 31. So maybe if you want to go up to, you can go up to 30 then.
Up to 31.
Yeah. With,
Oh.
with Mandata's birth, we can stop.
30. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So verse number 29. Okay. I will read. Verse number 29. Jnapidam viditva vai Ishara prahidena te Isharaya namasya kruraho deva balam balam Jnapidam viditva vai Ishara prahidena te Isharaya namasya kruraho vaida balam balam. Translation. Abhacharnaranda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Ki Jai. Translation. When the Brahmanas came to understand that the king, inspired by the supreme controller, had drunk the water, they all exclaimed, "Alas, the power of providence is real power. No one can counteract the power of the supreme." In this way, they offered their respectful obeisances unto the Lord. Translation once more. When the Brahmanas came to understand that the king, inspired by the supreme controller, had drunk the water, they all exclaimed, "Alas, the power of providence is real power. No one can counteract the power of the supreme." In this way, they offered their respectful obeisances unto the Lord.
It is finally because of the will of the Lord, the king has taken the water. And now what happens after that is verse number 30.
Okay. Thank you. Verse number 30. Tatakala ubhavrutte kukshim nirbhidya dachinam yuvanashvasya tanayashakravarti janaha tadakala ubhavrutte kukshim nirbhidya dachinam yuvanashvasya tanayashakravarti janaha. Thereafter, in due course of time, a son with all the good symptoms of a powerful king came forth from the lower right side of King Yuvanashva's abdomen. Translation once more. Therefore, in due course of time, a son with all the good symptoms of a powerful king came forth from the lower right side of King Yuvanashva's abdomen. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
So, Hare Krishna. Now we see how, because the potent water is there, so because of the taking that water which was supposed to be taken by the queens, wives of King Yuvanasva, since he has taken by mistake, that is by the will of the providence. So Mandata taken birth from the lower side of King Yuvanas's abdomen. So this Mandata's daughters only, this Saubhari Muni will marry. That's why this downfall of Saubhari Muni. 50 daughters, yes. Now only they are giving the preview of how the Saubhari Muni's marriage with Mandata's 50 daughters. Saubhari Muni, we know that he was in the water doing tapasya, and then he got this one. So this is like complete pretext to all these things. This Mandata's dynasty will come now.
So
and,
the newborn, his name will be Mandada, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, he's Mandata. Yeah, this person is
Mandata.
actually the person, Mandata.
Mandata.
So his activities, how he
That
worship
is-
the Lord, this all will be continuing the coming verses.
Yes,
And
yes.
last it will complete with the Mandata's dynasty, verse number 38.
So because no name is mentioned till now, Mandada here.
Yeah, next
so
will come.
next will come. Okay.
Yes. So then will come after that section, story of Saubhari Muni, which is the chapter name. So I think today we completed many verses. We started from verse number 8
Plenty.
and we came up to verse number 30. Because there was no purport, no? So
Very
we were
good.
able to cover many. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Thank you
Very
all.
good.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So verse number 30, we read stop last today. So 31, we will start from tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, anything, anybody doubt or anything to add? Most
I think
welcome.
there will be no doubt here because it is like a story.
Names,
There is no,
names with
yeah,
the
only
story.
dynasty names are there.
Yeah.
And it is a
Very
story.
difficult to remember all, Prabhuji. Anyway, we have to
That's
understand.
that table, Prabhu, I will share in the group. Okay, so if you want just to get
Yeah.
I'll
I
share
think
that.
once you shared, I don't know whether this is also.
This one, this today what we discussed, that lineage I will share.
There is separated. Okay.
Yes, I will share in the group. So you can just have a, you can understand the this one.
At least we'll keep it and have a look when we get some doubt.
Yes.
Thank you, bro. Okay. So thank you all for joining today. Okay. Please do join tomorrow also. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, available tomorrow? No.
Tomorrow, no, bro. Tomorrow it is there. Saturday I'll join.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Possible. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for Shugana Das Prabhu, as well as all the devotees who are present today for everybody's spiritual progress. All together, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare